So here's a guy who was on U of M campus this morning attempting to argue with Trudeau about the fact that he is against abortion rights and why he's against abortion rights. Very, very cringe, very, very nonsensical, very, very typical of the right wing. They want what they want. It is not based in logic or common decency, common sense, knowledge, any type of experience, any type of concern, genuine care for anybody else. This is what is behind practically everybody's mindset regarding wanting to take away your reproductive rights. And this is why it is so very important never to give them an inch and to never stop fighting until these people get it through their heads. They need to sit down and shut the fuck up. It's wild. I just can't get over it.
Our dental program that is going to help low-income families be able to send their kids to the dentist. Would you support that?
I'm not fully into it. I just know.
Well, you don't think?
I'm for sure I'm against abortion.
Hang on. We'll put that aside for a second. You don't think low-income families should have access to dental care?
So I think they should.
You think they should?
Yeah.
Well, Pierre Poilievre and the Conservative Party voted against that. Okay. So already you see the party you support. The party you support.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
I'm not fully
doesn't support
conservative. I'm more PPC. I'm not really
more PPC.
Yeah.
Okay. So why is that? Why are you PPC?
I think they're mostly Christian. I think I'm against the vaccine mandate.
Okay, so mostly Christian. So you don't think we should be supporting Muslims?
No, I think we should support everyone.
You should support everyone.
I think mainly liberal abortion is against Christianity. I think a lot of
okay. Do you think that women should have the right to choose what happens to their own bodies?
Personally, no.
No, you think you should be able to choose what happens to a woman's body?
Well, I think if they're sleeping around, they shouldn't be allowed to abort the baby. Personally, I'm pro-choice.
Wow. Oh wait, you just say you're pro-choice.
No.
You're pro-choice. No, you're not pro-choice.
No, I'm pro-life.
Okay, pro-life.
Yeah.
And you don't think women should be able to make choices what they do with their bodies?
With abortion, no, personally no.
Why not? Why not?
Because it was their choice to sleep around. They have to.
No. Whoa. That is. So a woman who is raped should be able to get an abortion?
I'd say that's where it gets complicated.
No, it doesn't get complicated.
But that's
it's
like
yes or no.
That's super specific example.
No, but it's an all too common example. Right? Women get raped all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's something we have to take seriously.
But 95.
So let's talk about that specific example. Should a woman who was raped be able to get an abortion?
I'm split on it, 50-50. But I think 95.
No. You are not in favor of saying yes. A woman who was raped should be able to choose to not bear that child.
I honestly don't know.
It sounds like you need to do a little more thinking and a little more praying on it as well.
So, like with anything these idiots have to say, it's just far too much to try to disseminate all at once. And let me remind you here that, this little douchebag might be a little teenage douchebag, but people 2, 3 times his age come at this issue exactly the same way he does. This is how backwards, how uninformed, and how completely unempathetic they are to their neighbors, their communities, their nation, to people. It's the same thing. Whether they're a little douche like this kid or they're 80 years old sitting in Congress in America somewhere, let's just go over
Send
this
the kids
bit
to
by
the
bit.
dentist. Would you support that?
I'm not fully into it. I just know.
Well, you don't think...
Like, I'm for sure I'm against
wait,
abortion.
Hang on. We'll put that aside for a second. You don't think low-income families should have access to dental care?
So I think they should.
You think?
First off, what Trudeau is attempting to tell this kid is that the party that he claims he's for is trying to take away A, B, and C from all people. Your party voted against A, B, and C. Do you think that people should be entitled to A, B, and C? He has no idea what's really going on. He has no idea what people are dealing with and what the party he supports is doing to dismantle freedoms and get in the way of people's lives. You know, he doesn't know because he doesn't read and he doesn't care. What he's concerned about is abortion. That's his only concern.
They should.
Yeah.
Well, Pierre Poilievre and the Conservative Party voted against that. Okay. So already you see the party you support.
Already the party you support is against A, B, and C. Do you think people should have the right to access A, B, and C? I don't know about that. I'm talking about abortion. Well, you should be talking about A, B, and C. That's also what your party is doing. That's what they're attempting to take away from people. But little douchebag doesn't care about
The
that.
party you support doesn't.
I'm not fully
doesn't support
conservative. I'm more PPC. I'm not really
more PPC.
Yeah.
Okay. So why is that? Why are you PPC?
I think that you're mostly Christian. I think I'm against the vaccine mandate.
I'm mostly Christian, and I'm against the vaccine mandate. What the fuck does your religion have anything to do with this guy's responsibility to the people of his country? And I'm saying this, I know it's Trudeau, but I'm saying this because these people are everywhere in the United States. It's worse here than it is up there. Imagine this douche times like 30% of the nation. And they're of all ages. Like I said, it doesn't even matter. The fact that this kid is probably all of 16, 17 years old and knows fuck all about reality. See, he's a Christian, so automatically he's against this and that. So because he's a Christian, that's going to lead the charge for him when it comes to things that all people are deserving of. What they should and shouldn't get hinges on the fact that he's a Christian.
These are mostly Christians, so you don't think we should be supporting Muslims?
No, I think we should support everyone.
You should support everyone.
We should support everyone. We should support everyone. No. You don't believe in supporting everyone. This is a knee-jerk reaction you've got to somebody asking you on camera, you don't think we should be supporting Muslims? You don't think we should be supporting this group and that group? Well, yeah. We should totally support.
I think mainly liberal abortion is against Christianity. I think a lot of
okay. Do you think that women should have the right to choose what happens to their own bodies?
Personally, no.
No,
you think women should have the right to choose what happens to their bodies? Personally, no. No, the 17-year-old has decided all women should not have the choice of what happens to their bodies.
Do you think you should be able to choose what happens to a woman's body?
Well, I think if they're sleeping around, they shouldn't be allowed to.
Do you think you should have the right to choose what happens to women's bodies? Well, I think if they're sleeping around,
Support the baby personally. I'm pro-choice.
Wow. Oh, wait, you just say you're pro-choice. No. You're pro-choice. No, you're not pro-choice.
No, you're not pro-choice. No.
What's it called? Pro-life.
Okay, pro-life.
Yeah.
And you don't think women should be able to make choices what they do with their bodies?
With abortion, no, personally no.
Why not?
Because it was their choice to sleep around. They have to.
No, they should not have the choice for what happens with their bodies. There should be absolutely no abortion because it was their choice to sleep around. Women sleep around, so they should not have the decision on what happens with their bodies.
Oh, that is. Oh, so a woman who is raped should be able to get an abortion?
I'd say that's where it gets complicated. Right?
Oh, so if a woman is raped, she should not have a choice as to what happens with her body. Whoa, that's where it gets complicated. No, it's not complicated. You just said you're pro-life. Nobody should have an abortion because it was their choice to sleep around. But when rape and children are mentioned, that's a gray area. So what? You never thought of that? That shit never entered your mind, did it?
No, it doesn't get complicated.
But that's
it's
like
yes or no.
That's super specific example.
That's a super specific example. Well, that's an all too common example, like he said.
No, but it's an all too common example.
Like
right? Women get raped all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's something we.
Yeah. I guess women do get raped.
Have to take seriously.
But 95.
But 95. Is he going to say? Is this douche actually going to sit there and say 95% of women who get abortions are just women who sleep around? You see, do you see what the problem is here? This is not just this one little douche who thinks this way. This little douche is actually representative of what most, if not all, of these pro-lifers actually have to say. This is how they actually think. See, this little doucher right here, who's starting to shake with his phone because he knows he's fucking up and this shit's gonna go viral. This little douche doesn't have any concept, doesn't put a single thought into the bigger picture. You do not have to be a hot single woman who is sexually active to need an abortion. You do not have to be any particular woman to be a victim of sexual assault. You know, women and girls from the age of like 9, it could even be sooner, but let's say as young as 8 or 9, get their periods, and when a period occurs, their bodies are ready for impregnation. That's when their reproductive systems start coming to life. And that means a girl, a woman or girl, as young as she could be when she starts getting a period, has the ability to become pregnant. 9 and 10-year-olds get raped, douche. All different types of women, all different ages, all different religions, all different financial backgrounds, ethnic, national backgrounds, jobs, education levels, familial status, women that have kids, women that don't have kids, women you want to sleep with, women you don't want to sleep with. They are all in danger at all times of sexual assault. A woman who is 20 can be raped. A woman who is 100 can be raped. A woman who is 9 can be raped. A woman, no matter her position, no matter her age, has her own reasons for her own decisions regarding her body. But he doesn't give a fuck about that. He doesn't want to think about that. In his mind, abortion is for women who aren't sleeping with him. Abortion is for women that find themselves in an unfortunate position as a result of enjoying a sex life with somebody other than him. And that's what this is about. That's all this douche cares about. And that's what he expressed here today. He thinks there should be no abortion and no choices for women because he looks at it as a punishment. It's a punishment for women who are not sleeping with him. It's a punishment for women that he wants that reject him. And don't you dare fucking say that it doesn't have anything to do with it. This little pissant probably isn't even a legal adult. And he's going to sit there and he's going to talk to his country's leader, trying to school him on how because he's a Christian, he doesn't believe that any woman should have any rights when it comes to their own bodies and their own reproductive choices. And why is that? Well, because they made the choice to sleep around. What the fuck do you know about any woman? What do you know about any woman, what she wants, what her history is? None of your fucking business is what 95% of women are doing. You know fuck all about what women are doing. The only thing this little douche knows is that in his mind, 95% of women are just whores. They're just whores. They all sleep around. That's why I'm against abortion, because abortion is a tool used by whores. Women that just sleep around and, of course, are not sleeping with him. So he doesn't want abortion. He doesn't want women to have a say on what happens to their body because in his mind, it should be a punishment for them. This is what women get for not sleeping with him. This is what women get for not giving good guys like him a chance and having a normal, healthy sex life with other men. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's all he fucking cares about. And yes, that is exactly where it's coming from. This is a fucking little douchebag, knowing fuck all, incel piece of shit. And this is very important to see. And I'm glad it is starting to go viral because this is how they all think. This is what they think of you women. You end up needing an abortion, you're a fucking whore. And he's a good Christian. He's the good guy. Okay? Women are whores. So he's against abortion. And like Trudeau rightfully told him, okay, so a 10-year-old who ends up knocked up should not have a say in what happens to her body. Well, that's another issue. That's another issue. No, it's not. You just said you're against abortion. It's a very simple issue. Don't try to separate the two. You're either for abortion or you're against abortion. You said you're a Christian, you're against abortion. So you believe that if a 10-year-old gets knocked up by her step-uncle, she should not have the right to determine what happens with her body. If a 90-year-old great-grandmother has a home invader who rapes her in her froggy bathrobe, she should not have any input on what happens to her body. She should have no choices because, as Trudeau is trying to explain to this little fuckwit, that's what happens. That is all too common a situation. Women get raped. Women of all ages, from the moment they hit puberty, have the ability to become pregnant. So if they're raped, if they're 9, if they're 90, if they're a child, if they're in a fucking coma, any woman, you are talking about any and every woman. According to you, you're against abortion, so these people would be shit out of luck. And of course, what is the little doucher's response? Oh, well, that's a different issue. You know why it's a different issue for him? It's a different issue for him because what's on his mind are hot women that aren't sleeping with him. What's on his mind are attractive, young, progressive women who have their own lives, they make their own decisions, and they are not sleeping with him. In his mind, they're all whores. What he's talking about are women who are the whores. Like he just was caught trying to say, he was just starting to say 95% of the time. This is why he's against abortion, because it never crosses his mind that there's children out there who get raped. It doesn't cross his mind that women with husbands, women with children, women who are attacked, women who have home invaders intrude on them, women in any given situation at any given time, at any given age, any given stage in their life, could end up pregnant. And they reserve the right to the final decision regarding what happens to their bodies. No, that's a different thing to this guy. And Trudeau is saying, no, it's not a different thing. It's a very simple thing. Because if you want to illegalize abortion, you're saying tough shit to a pregnant 10-year-old. You're saying tough shit to the 90-year-old woman. You're saying you don't give a fuck about all women. That's what happens when you vote for this shit. Oh, no. That's getting into a gray area. No, it isn't a gray area. You know why it's a gray area for you? You know why you want to separate those very real examples from what you're talking about? Because your only fucking thought, the only thing on your mind when it comes to how you hate abortion is your 95% of women looking for abortions are whores. He's picturing young, attractive women with boyfriends that aren't him. Young, attractive women who are getting laid when he isn't. He's thinking about all these young, beautiful women who could be stuck in a desperate situation so that incel douchebags like him would have a much better chance, but doesn't have that chance because women get to make their own fucking decisions, because women are the ones in charge of their bodies and their own destinies, and he don't like it. He doesn't like it. Just like the GOP doesn't like it, just like religious freaks don't like it. They don't like women. He is against abortion because in his mind, the only reason abortion happens is when women who aren't fucking him fuck somebody else. and end up pregnant. That's why he's against abortion. He's against abortion because, again, watch the fucking video. He started saying it and got cut off, or he cut himself off because he knows how full of horse shit he is. Like 95%. Yeah. 95% of women get abortions because they're whores, because they sleep around. So forget the pregnant 10-year-old, forget the attacked 80-year-old woman, forget the moms and the grandmas and the sisters and the married women, forget everybody who is, well, who gives a shit what position they're in. That's their business. Everything, every true factor regarding this issue is completely ignored, completely thrown out the window. No, 95% of the time, women sleep around. So, he is saying it right there, folks. 95% of all you women are whores. That's all you do is sleep around. If he were getting fucking laid, he wouldn't be arguing. If women wanted to sleep with this douche, do you think he would care so much? Do you think if women were sleeping with him, he would mind abortion rights? That's what it's all about. That's all it is. And this is very important. It's very important to put out here because this is how too many of these disgusting, dim-witted, incel pieces of shit think. They don't like women. They want to fuck women, but they can't get laid. So to them, all these women are just whores. He is not interested in talking about how it affects all women. He is not interested in talking about rape. He is not interested in talking about incest. He's not interested in talking about that 10-year-old who got knocked up by her stepdad, who, if she ended up birthing a child, would probably kill her and the child. That doesn't enter into his mind at all. He just wants it to be known. No abortion because women are whores.
Never, ever let them take away your rights. Don't ever let anyone try to tell you what your life is about. Don't ever let anybody try to tell you as a woman what you want, what you're after, and why you're wrong for making your own decisions, why you're wrong for doing what you want to do in your life. I don't give a fuck if I have 50 fucking sex partners or if I haven't gotten laid in a couple of years. I don't give a shit what this little douche thinks. This little douche is never, ever going to be in a position where he gets to dictate what happens with me because of what he thinks of what I am. And when you let them make these anti-abortion laws, when you let them pass these fucking bills, when you let people take away your rights, it has nothing to do with what's best for you. It has nothing to do with what's best for this country. It has nothing to do with your health, your safety. This is what it's about. This is exactly what it's about. And religion is too convenient of an excuse. Know that all of these restrictions on your body, your choices, and your destiny in life and your ability to make your own decisions is because there are douches galore like him that want to take it away from you because you're not sleeping with them. And that makes you a whore. It makes you a whore that you would dare to make your own decisions, to have your own sex life, and to expect to make your own choices when he's sitting here not getting laid. Always remember that's what it is. I'll be back. I just had to throw that out there. I hope this douche watches this too, because I'll go head to head with you right fucking here and now. Come on. I'm right here. Find me and let's have a nice little chat.